Nothing else. We back. You know what I'm saying? We've been on a while, but we back like we never left. It's Derek Rose. We got Derek Rose, Grandpa Rose. Whole squad. You know what I'm saying? You feel it? You dig? Do you dig? Motherfucker, you ain't have to go to school. Yeah. Bro, Dijon, buy the Spider-Man game, bro. The Ultimate Edition. Why? You could. It's a short. What? Nigga, you ain't got nothing else to do. Your free time? Relax. We ain't talking about this right now. Mm-mm. 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 Huh? Yeah. If I find it, if I can find. Oh, you're welcome. Drugs, nigga. Codeine. No, I said codeine. Some of that act. Oh, Spider-Man, nigga. Send it. God damn, you're harassing you. Oh. What are you doing? Nothing. That was a clean pass out. Damn. Oh, Jace. Fearless. What? Yeah, Sap. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, fuck. I gotta warm it up from the park game.
That's a
Talk your
94
shit.
dunk for you.
Oh God. What?
Oh, look at Nick.
My bad.
Oh, yeah. Uh,
No more.
look.
That was supposed to be clean. Shenagging. Oh my god!
Oh, right here. Mhm.
Mm-mm.
That release feel better. I slowed it down a little bit.
My bad. I will have to log into Zoom. I'm out. Cut, Keem. Cut. I threw it up behind the backboard. Oh shit. I'll go up with this one. I don't even know the reference. Oh.
I thought you was going to the corner. I thought you was going to the corner, bro. No cap. You good?
Yeah, after me. Me?
Fuck. I fucked that up. Yeah. I gotta get fucked
Get it,
up.
get it, get it! Oh my god.
Hey.
It's alright. You okay? That's what it did to me too. No, bro. Damn. Thank God. We out. Dee. Oh, never mind.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope y'all are doing all right. It's 1:25, so we'll go ahead and get started.
Oh shit. Who getting the ball?
Does anybody have questions about the stuff that we've been doing? You didn't have homework for today, so don't have questions
Nothing's
about
due
that.
today.
But any questions about anything we've covered so
On
far that we
Monday.
should talk about before we get started?
This nigga gave me a C last class, bro. This my nigga. He gonna help me graduate. Right. He just wants to see me gone, I guess.
Oh, did you say that we're going to talk about the lab today? Yes, we are. We'll be doing that in a couple minutes.
Ooh. Didi.
One
Look at the
logistical
top
thing. Obviously, no class on Friday,
corner.
but next week we're back in person,
Sorry.
and we're going to be in a different room than what's on your schedule. So we're going to meet
How
at
the fuck?
Forsyth 314. 314. So that room will work a little bit better for us than a Monday, Thursday. so as Zach alluded,
Pass
we
it,
are
yo.
actually talking about the first lab today. We'll get back to talking about standard deviation and empirical
Vape.
rule and what we do with that stuff in statistics next week. But I want to do our first lab today. And this first one is a little bit different than the other labs are going to be because
Did he?
it's
Ooh.
more of me teaching you something. But we're start looking at Microsoft Excel. And this first lab will just have you do a few things in Excel that we're going to go through and talk about today. Now, I don't know how much experience you guys have with Microsoft Excel. I assume that you've used it some. Some of you might be very proficient with it. So a lot of what I talk about today might be review for many of you.
Good
That's
take.
okay. I'd rather do some review for some of you than assume you know things about Excel that you don't know. So we'll start real basic and then get slightly complicated today, and we'll get more complicated in the future. But, so what I want to do first is just talk to you about how Microsoft Excel works. Like I said, you probably used it before, but the formatting is the same in Excel really as it is in Microsoft Word. So you've got fonts and font size and bold and italics and all that jazz. You can also do some formatting around the actual cells.
Whoa, wait, King, I gotta get his badge. Oh, wow.
This example, this is just some random data from per capita income from 5 African countries from some year. But you can format the text. Obviously, you can also format how the spreadsheet looks. So some of the most common things that you'll want to do is to put borders around the cells. And so there's a drop-down menu that allows you to place borders wherever you want them. You can put borders between each of the cells. This is useful, particularly if you're going to print a spreadsheet. So if I go to print this, you'll see that it will print with borders around those cells since we drew them. If we didn't have borders and we printed our spreadsheet, it would only print the text itself. So we wouldn't be able to see those lines. The cells don't have lines drawn between them unless you add borders. So drop down menu and add borders. You can shade these. You can change the font color.
Yeah, I was looking at that shit too. Like, what the
add
fuck?
background color to cells, all that formatting stuff. One of the most common formatting things that you may need to do is to change the width of the columns or the height of the rows. If you get yourself a situation where the columns and rows are not the right size to contain the text. So that's easy to do. You take your mouse cursor and put it, for instance, in between column B and column C. And you see that the icon changes from an arrow, which means I want to highlight that cell, to this picture with a straight up and down line and arrows on either side. And then you can just click and drag the column to whatever size you need. Same thing with the rows. One of the easiest ways to format these is just to highlight it or go in between them, and when you see that drag icon, just double click. Double clicking tells Excel to make it whatever width it needs to be to contain all the words. And so it can automatically size rows and columns
press square.
however wide or tall they need to be by double clicking between them. You'll notice that Microsoft Excel aligns text to the left side of a cell, and it aligns words to numbers to the right side of a cell. And so that's one visual way to tell whether it's interpreting something as text or as numbers. So, I mean, if I'm going to make it recognize this as text.
What?
Some of the time you'll enter a number and it won't properly format it. And so this is recognizing 110 as text, which means it can't do math with it. If I told Excel to use that number, it doesn't know that that's a number. It's got it left aligned, so it believes that it's a string of text.
On who? Bucket. Oh, one more, Daisy. Oh, good life.
Yo, that nigga traveled, bro.
And it will just undo your last action, and then I can redo it if I
My bad.
decide I do want to.
Yo.
Undo it again. The other option is to select a piece of information, right-click, and choose Clear Contents. Clear Contents is a really useful way to delete information because it doesn't mess with the formatting of cells, and it doesn't
Mhm.
cells. So if I come in here and I delete the word Kenya, and I'd use Clear Contents, it keeps it yellow and keeps it the same size. It just
You gotta lose the ball.
inside that square. You can also highlight a set of cells and right-click and choose Clear Contents, and it clears it from all of those cells at the same time. Make easy work of it. What you often don't want to do, however, is I'm going to right-click. You don't want to choose Delete. Because in Excel, delete means not only get rid of the information, but get rid of that cell altogether. And if you choose delete, it's going to
That shit sucks, bro.
okay, well, for deleting that cell, what do you want to replace it with? And you can
You just gotta do the work.
cells to the left,
Watch the videos to learn.
you can delete the entire
Let me see
row
her.
or column. But if I just
I know what you want, Sap. Damn, you ain't gotta tell me.
watch what happens. I deleted that
I see you.
cell, and it moved the numbers up.
What the fuck? Where?
Who's that on? Oh.
That's probably not what I'm supposed to do. So deleting cells moves information around in a way that is usually not what you're trying to accomplish. You're much better off to use Clear Contents rather than delete.
Let me see it. Let me see.
Any questions so far? You all lose some points because you didn't tell me to record this class. I was literally just getting ready to say that. I just remembered myself. Now it's recorded.
They got that big nigga shooting like that.
Zach gets half of his lost points back, but the rest of you automatic out.
Oh, corner.
Oh my god, I crossed him.
Well,
No, I didn't.
Hey.
Good board.
Hey.
Excel does math. It does math for you, which is why we use Excel.
Good life. Hey.
Fuck.
There are
Hey,
some formatting
What,
you
nigga?
goddamn swinging.
rules to know to use the math functions in Excel. The first one is if I just type in some action, 3 plus 3, and hit enter, it doesn't do anything. It interprets that as a string of text. If I wanted to actually
There you go. Okay, never mind, Daisy. I'll look back at the wing.
the cell
Do my shit.
displays the answer to
What's
that
up
problem.
with me?
But it hasn't forgotten what you typed in the first place. So if I click on that cell,
I try to throw it
and
fucking
if
down
you
to
look
you,
up here
Dijon.
in the formula box
There you
at the
go.
top of the spreadsheet, it remembers that
Fuck.
what you actually typed
Keep working,
was
Dijon.
equals 3 plus 3, which is very useful in case you make a mistake. So I can come up here and I can change it to 3 plus 4, and it will recalculate that as 7 instead of 6. I can also change it just by double-clicking inside the cell, and it will pull up the original formula that I used, and I can make whatever change I need to make, hit enter, and it will update. So it can do addition, it can do subtraction, equals 3 minus 1. What should that be? 2. You knew that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can do multiplication, so if I tell it to do 3 times 3, the symbol that Excel uses for multiplication is an asterisk. So that tells it equal sign means I want you to do some math, and then multiply 3 times 3. And it gets you 9. Division, it uses the forward slash. So if I do 3 forward slash 3, that's saying 3 divided by 3, like a fraction.
Sup?
Division is a fraction.
I'm about to drill that hole for you, buddy.
So
It's my spot.
Throw that bitch right at Daisy in the corner.
1. And then Excel can also convert
Oh, bucket.
I can't shoot.
for you. So if I type
Only guys away.
20%,
I'm at 1 for 10.
it will change that into a decimal so that you can use that percentage somewhere. But again, it hasn't forgotten what
Good
you
shit.
I got
If you
that.
actually click
Little
on it,
nigga.
it still says
Little
20%.
nigga.
So we can change it to 25%.
Bah!
And it just updates the decimal. And then
What's up,
Excel
Sal?
can
Get
do
on, Sal. Hey!
exponents. So equal sign, 3, and then this little symbol, which is called a caret. The caret tells it raised to the power of, right? So it's an exponent, and if I do 3 and then a caret and then a 2, that's saying 3 to the second power, 3 squared, which is 9.
Yeah,
And
he's
then Excel can follow the order of operations, and it can use order. So I could type a whole string of things like this.
Yeah, my shit.
Ah, fuck that up.
Logging out.
Nah, I didn't think it was coming back. I didn't think that shit was coming back. Oh, I got that. Done that 45.
And 3 times 3 is the power of 1/2. And if I hit enter, what answer will I get?
Oh, corner.
Zach, are you trying to say something?
Wow.
I'm trying to remember how to do exponents that are fractions.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that you remember that taking something to the power of 1/2 is taking the square root of that number.
Yeah. But
Of course you do.
I don't know how to do that in my head.
Well, 3 times 3 is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. So it'll just give you 3. But again, hasn't forgotten the whole string of data that we entered in the first place.
Will Excel compute like percentages if you type them as percentages into like a order of operations? So like if you said 3 times 3 parentheses times 20% or whatever, will it do that?
One more.
It should. And you mean just entering it like that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sure, no problem. And let's just double check by entering it as a decimal. We did 3 times 3 times 20%. Yeah, I gave us the right answer. Any other questions?
That
so
was the
far?
dot.
There you go.
All right, so hopefully
We gotta give it
that's
to the
not
mid-range
all,
assassin.
Revolutionary information to you.
Dijon's a
but
pro.
it's okay if it is. One of the coolest features that Excel has is something called the fill handle. And so I want to make sure you know how to use the fill
Damn.
handle. Let's say that you're just entering a string of numbers.
Right.
Here we're just trying to make a column of 1s. We can do that manually by hitting 1 into each column, into each cell, and then hitting enter. Or we can use the fill handle. So I'm going to click on this cell that has a 1 in it. And when you highlight a cell, it puts a green box around it. Hopefully on your screen you can see that green box clearly. In the bottom right-hand corner, there's a green square.
Finally.
That green square in the corner is the fill handle. And if I hover over it, it changes the mouse icon into this plus sign. So if I click on the green square and I drag it, it will fill all of those cells with whatever was in that original cell. So I can drag it down, I can drag it across, and it will add that piece
What
of
the
information
fuck?
to
Shoot it.
whatever cell I drag it to.
Nigga got me out here playing receiver.
That's useful if you have a repetitive task, like entering one in a bunch of cells, but it also can recognize patterns and continue those patterns. So if I want a string of numbers, I can't just highlight the 3 or it'll fill all 3s. But if I highlight a pattern, the 1, 2, 3, and drag the fill handle, it will continue that pattern on to the consecutive cells. This is the kind of thing I do all the time when I'm messing with a set of data and I need, for instance, a column that identifies the row number. That's an easy way to do it. It can also recognize other types of patterns. And continue those patterns. And then it can
Yeah.
do
What?
repetitive things. I don't know why you want to do this, but if you had like 1, 5, 8,
Press
and you want to
square
repeat
instead of triangle.
that pattern, you can highlight those 3. Oh, yes. Awesome. Excel is constantly like screwing
Good
up
shot.
the thing that it's supposed to be able
Good
to
shot.
do. Great example of that. What did it even do? I don't even know what.
Shoot
how
it.
got these numbers. Doesn't matter. Undo. But the fill handle can often be a really useful thing. Any other questions? Any new questions so far? All right, all of this is pretty simple. So let me tell you about a lesson.
That nigga is ass, man.
Let's go back to this set of
Oh, look
data.
here in the corner.
I want to get rid of this yellow, but I can highlight A and it'll give me all of A, or I can highlight just these cells that are yellow, or I can click in the top left corner of the Excel spreadsheet, and that box in the top left corner means highlight everything.
Pick him up, Daisy.
So let's just put everything with fill colors. All right, go back to normal. Let's say that we want to do something like multiply these numbers by 2. So this is double the income of each of these countries. Well, there's lots of ways that I could do this, right? I could do 1 equals 110 times 2. That's the simplest way. Actually, the simplest way would be to just do it on paper and write out the answer. And just come into this box and type 2.
Fuck, I keep pressing square, bro.
That would be a bad way to do it. Excel will do the math for you. But I could type 110 times 2 and hit enter, and it'll be 220. Or better yet, I could just type equals and then click on this cell, and it will pull that information into the cell I'm working and say times 2.
Whoa!
And that gives me 2.
But they got my nigga dancing on a half-court line like that.
And then, let's go back here. I have a place for the sum of this column. Well, lots of ways I could do that. I could do it by hand. I could type enter and then 110.
Hey, I'm on that.
Plus.
I'm on that.
And so on. That would take a long time. I could type
turn up key
and then click the boxes. This one plus this one plus this one. But better yet, Excel has formulas that are built into it that we can use. So the easiest way to do this would be to type equals, and then we want to use the sum function. Sum means add up.
I'm on that. If Daisy don't block it, I'm gonna block it.
And so now I open a set of parentheses, which is how all of these functions
do
work.
that, God.
And I tell it what cells
me,
I want to add together. I can click on them, this one, and
wow, how they gonna let me goddamn run past this nigga?
Or if I knew to use a colon, I could just type in B3 colon B7, which means the range of cells from B3 to B7. I gotta close that parentheses or Excel gets mad. And
whoa, what had the guy?
It adds up those numbers for us.
Push the fuck out of Dijon.
The sum.
This nigga DJ.
I gotta push that nigga right there.
Same same thing with average. There are lots of
Send
different
it.
ways I could do it.
Send
I
it.
could do it by hand. I
Oh, shit,
could
my bad.
remember
There you
that
go.
an average is the sum of the numbers divided by n.
Shit, Dijon gotta get his
So
badges
I
too.
can click on this one and divide it by 5, because that's how many
There you go, King.
measurements I have, and I would get
No way.
72.
He said shitted.
Or I could
You did shitted.
use the average.
Hey, let me get 10, bro. Damn. Let me get 10, bro.
Type equals
God damn.
average and highlight the data, close the parentheses, and it will give me the average of 372.
Baby leg.
A lot of these functions you just learn and memorize, but if you don't know which function you need or what it's called, then you can use this function tool. So if I click in the cell, I want the average. This fx that's up here by the bar, by the formula bar, is a function tool. If I click it, it brings up a menu that will help me. It'll tell you the most recently used formulas, but you can also look for and find the one that you need. So if I click sum and I click insert function, it walks me through the process of entering the numbers. And I can do it either way. I can use B3 colon B9, or I can type
Good game.
B3.
Alright, y'all.
Alright, I think I'm gonna hang that out too. Boy, I got hit free throw golf. Alright. You say you want to? You say you want to do what? Send me an invite then. I was gonna get off. Send me an invite. Oh my.